Hey guys, what's going on? So in this video today, we are going to go over optimizing your free-to-play roster. And before we go over that, I want to establish what I consider to be a tangible free-to-play goal for people. For people who are late game free-to-play, I would consider level 75, gear tier 12 with all the purple filled out. And 6664 when it comes to abilities and such. You're not going to be able to T4 all the characters you want as a free-to-play. And then if you're kind of mid-game free-to-play, you should be aiming for level 70 and then gear tier 12. There's only a certain amount of characters that you should bring up to gear 13 and gear 14. And then once you get those characters up, then you can start working on your backline of characters. But that's what I would consider free-to-play. I've been playing 810 days, something like that. I spent less than $10 on this game, and my roster is pretty big, pretty vast, and I'm just going to go over basically this method that I think works as a free-to-play person, and yeah, let's just get right into it. So to start us off, we need to, what I consider free-to-play is being able to level up a character before a new one comes out. And so the cadence release for characters is that there's about a new character every 11 days. Think about it this way, this month for June, we had 3 new characters come out, so that's 3, but that's not really the math behind it, but that's just a tangible way. Basically, the math takes the total amount of characters that were first released versus how many characters are there now, how many days has the game been out, and that puts you at about 11 days. So if you were to level up, let's take for example, I'm going to be talking to the people that I recommend taking to level 72, that I recommend that you should be able to take your character to level 75, those free-to-play people. So if you want to level up your character to level 75, gear included, basically it's mostly going to be about gold today and leveling up, but there will be some gear talk as well. But so to level up a character to level 75 within 11 days, you need to be spending a little under 510,000 gold per day. I personally will recommend and would try to would hope that you guys would reach this, but I've been reaching it frequently. I try to level up a character every 10 days. So that puts me at what is that, 560,438. I just go bump up to 560,640. So let's look at what that looks like, just because I have a method that I do every time. So 560,640 is, it's 6 of these green things and then 4 something of these blue things. So 560,640. If you do that, that will take your character up to level 75 within 10 days. That gives you an extra day of breathing room to level up another character or something like that. So basically, with that said, if you can reach that, then yes, you are free to play. If you can reach the 510,000, yes, you are free to play, and you are advancing at a good rate for someone who's free to play. It's pretty steep. I will say I'm in a great alliance. I will say we probably 100% Greek raids 2 days out of the week. We try to 100% every day, but we just have people who have lives and stuff that we can't, do it 100% all the time. But essentially, we 100% twice a week, which gives us a gold orb for sure. 60% for Greek raids gives you about 1,800 worth of gold fragments, so that's just under a gold orb. It basically is a gold orb per day, but I just want to get that discretion out. Basically, that's where I'm at. I also want to talk about the fact that I have not finished the final tier of the gold challenge. So once I unlock that, that'll allow me to have more gold. But as you can see, this is tier 12. I don't have finished yet, just because I'm working on my city team for that. So with that said, I'm trying to take up new characters, all that stuff. I'm trying to spend that 560, 640, every day to level up these characters and such. Now, with that said, you're not going to take every character up to level 75. You should not do that. I'm not recommending that. But I'll go over my recommendations and stuff. So there's basically 4 categories of characters. For example, for the first category, we have a character like Rhino. Rhino is used to unlock Shuri and Invisible Woman. He is in the Blitz store and all that stuff, so he's pretty free to play. So there's 4 categories, like I was saying. The first category is legendary characters. These legendary characters, I would always recommend taking them to gear 60 and tier 8ing and get them to tier 8 and only put in the blue pieces or the green pieces. All of these pieces are purple. You can 6664, I 66653. I have plenty of purple, the T3s to get him up, but I just haven't came back and touched him. But basically, this is where you should take your legendary event characters you're going to use to unlock legendary characters. This is a good pace. This is what I would recommend for most events. The only event that you will probably need higher is Phoenix, just because her event was supposed to be tougher, but it's just, honestly, it's just bullshit. But most of the events, this is where you should take them. I don't have a recommended team power. I don't have any of that. Basically, if you can tier 8 all your characters, don't invest any purple gear or anything like that, you should be fine. And this is not too much of a task. If you do spend that 560, 640, you can get this character up in 2.5 days. So we'll call it 3 days, basically. But yeah, so 2.5 days to get a character ready for a legendary event is not bad, especially with that 560, 640 method. Now, the next character that type of character that I'm going to talk about is your war characters. Let's say Karnak, for example. Basically, your war characters, what I feel is like a good spot for them, and can help you if you want to upgrade them more, or just kind of a minimum is gear tier 10, level 65. And so to get to level 65, spending gold, that'll take you 4 days. Not too bad to get a war character up and running, especially with the cadence release of 10 days. That allows you to get 2 war characters up ready in that time, if you can spend that 560, 640. I know it's steep. I do know it's steep, but again, I am free to play and I'm able to achieve that. Again, I've been playing since global launch, but that is something that you should be working towards. If you can't get 560, 640 every day, try and get it on days that there's the gold challenge, or try and get it on days that try and do it after the mercenary challenge comes out, when you have all that extra gold and such. That should be what you should be trying to go for. But obviously there's certain things, there's really one thing that you should prioritize over leveling up, and that's the mini uniques. But still, I think if you can maintain your leveling up and maintain that your roster is progressing as someone who's free to play, I think you'll be gold. Obviously it's going to take a lot of time to get all these characters up. I don't even have them all leveled up, but I am making great progress with all this stuff. So after you get your war characters up and such, you should focus on your Greek raid characters. So that's really Gamma's the hardest one, because you'll have good characters for alpha and beta. The Greek raids have such weird requirements and such, like guardians and stuff, and so for those I would always recommend tier 11, level 70ing them. And I don't do it for here, but basically what I would recommend is you should put on all the gear pieces that don't require ABCs. That's the same with Karnak as well. Let's go back to Karnak. These pieces don't require ABCs, these do. So that allows me to have a good source of ABCs and good resource of ABCs and good backup of ABCs to basically level up my characters and not be running short on them, at least. So I would recommend for that for your war characters, and I would recommend that for your Greek raid characters. So remember, Greek raids, you probably want to take up your characters tier 11, war characters tier 10, and I just feel like that's a good middle point for your war characters. Now obviously if you want to invest more in a better team or something, then you can level them up, but that's a good starting point. It's somewhere you can get in 4 days when a new character comes out. I'm working on Domino currently. I will probably have her up and she's gonna hit level 60 tomorrow for myself, so I'll be able to put all these T3s on her, and then I can do gear and stuff. And then level 65 is just kind of a good middle point. It's not too much gold, so that's why I recommend that. And then tier 70, or level 70 for this, I just like it. It's just a little bit more progress. And then finally we have characters that our last kind of criteria of characters is your arena characters, your U7 characters, your Dark Dimensions 3 characters, your favorite characters, your challenge characters and stuff. And for that I would just recommend level 75. And then DD3, there's 5 characters that you should go for and try to get to gear tier 14 first, and that would be Carnage, Symbiote Spider-Man, Phoenix, Ebony Maw, and Minerva. I will have a video later out this week on why those are the good characters to go for, but basically those characters have really good sustain, or they have a good drain, which in Dark Dimensions 3 is great. So those are the 5 that you should obviously take up to gear 14 first. And then you have your arena characters and your U7 characters and stuff, and you should be trying to max those out the best you can, because you do need to have a good arena team, a good U7 team, and all that stuff. And so again, those characters you're going to take up to level 75, and that should take you 10 days if you do the 560, 640 method. And then gear wise, I'm going to talk about something that I do. You don't have to do this, but basically I have a whole back catalog. Like, look, for example, Ghost Rider's not leveled up, Koei is not leveled up. I'm just farming them basically right now, that's why they're tagged. But I try and rotate my characters based off their origin traits. The 5 origin traits, we have Tech, Mutant, Bio, Skill, and Mystic. So I rotate them. So let's say, for example, across the board, like, so Tech, I just upgraded Ironheart, so now I'm working on Domino. After Domino, I'm going to work on Carnage. After Carnage, I'm going to work on, let's just say, Okoye. And then after Okoye, I'm going to work on Ghost Rider. And then I'm going to go back to Tech, so let's say, for example, another Tech character is Falcon. After Falcon, I'll work on Cyclops. After Cyclops, I'll work on Venom. Then I will work on another skill character is Killmonger. And then another Mystic character is Thor. And so I just keep rotating like that. Eventually you'll run out of skill and Mystic and Mutant characters, and you'll be left with Tech and Bio. But this allows me to have a good resource of gear and stuff. I want to show that these I don't know what they're called exactly, but the Blitz ticket type things, the things you earn from milestones, I have a resource of these just because I have so much, you know, I have my rotation and stuff allows me to have extra gear, because whenever I come to the store and stuff, I always make sure I have 50 of certain purple pieces, for example. So like these laser torches, right? I have 66 of them. When I rotate like that, it allows me to have kind of an influx and take those characters up to tier 10, up to tier 11 and stuff. So that's what I would recommend. And then finally, if you are spending the 560, 640 every day, another thing that I would recommend is you come in, and then if you spend 560, 640 and you haven't hit this milestone 10, you should aim for that as well. It's the last chance you can, or it's the last milestone that you can earn power cores on. You can earn up to 50 power cores per day by spending on that stuff. That's what I did. Now I'm able to spend up to milestone 11 just because I am getting more gold and stuff. You'll find over time that like gold is definitely a huge bottleneck in this game, but you are getting a little bit more, you know, as like months go on and stuff. So you should be kind of testing and saying like, can I hit milestone 11 every day? Can I hit milestone 12 every day? Be like, oh, I didn't hit it today, but you know, maybe I'll stay at milestone 11 and stuff. So that's what I would recommend to optimize your roster. Obviously, there's certain Greek raid characters that you want to bring up. But basically, if you take your your level 75 characters and stuff up, you should be able to clear alpha and beta pretty easily. But there's a few gamma raid characters that you're going to want to bring up, and that's Groot, that's Black Panther. It's basically if we were to go look at the map, it's basically the last third of the map. Those characters that are in requirements and stuff, you want to look up and see which of those characters you want to bring up. So that's gonna do it for this video. Let me know where you think I'm wrong. Let me know if you can hit 560, 640. Let me know if you can hit it only 3 days a week, 2 days a week, whatever. I want to know, because again, I'm free to play, yes, but I feel like my roster is that of someone who's like a dolphin or something, just because I am so far into this game and stuff. Now I'm not expecting people who have been playing for a year to be able to hit 560, 640. I would expect someone around day 600, day 700 to probably hit it, but this is just a goal that I think you should be hitting. I'm not saying that like you should give up on this game if you can't hit that, because you will eventually hit that. It just takes time. But I want to know if you think I'm wrong. I want to know if you think I'm right. I want to know if you're able to spend more gold as someone who's free to play. I want to know if you can't hit it. Let me know in the comments, because I do recommend this to people, but I just want to know what people who aren't in my alliance and stuff are doing and stuff. So let me know how you level up your characters and all that stuff. Be on the lookout. I'm going to do a video where I basically give you a guide on where to rank up all the characters in the game and stuff. Basically, like, I'll tell you who to take up to gear 14, who to take to gear 13, who to stop at gear 10 and stuff. That should be out later this week. I also do giveaways. There's currently a giveaway right now. If you go back and look at my most recent Red Star Orb opening, it was for Domino. There's a giveaway going on, so check that out. And then I do news and stuff every weekend to keep you caught up on the game and stuff. So make sure you're subscribed, all that good stuff. Hit the like, share, bell for notifications, all that good stuff. And other than that, thanks for watching, and I hope you have a great day.